It's Rico and the Man.
It's still real to me, damn it!
Now, here's your hosts, Rob Tregler and Peter Martino.
Hey, welcome back to Rico and the Man. I'm Rob Tregler, always joined by Mr. Peter Martino.
Hey.
Hey. What's up, buddy? How are you?
Yo. Good. How are you? How was your trip?
Oh, yes. I did go on a trip with Amelia for Valentine's Day weekend to the North Shore of Hawaii.
Nice.
On Oahu. Yes, to a place I love called the Turtle Bay Resort.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Exactly. It's the hotel in Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's how I knew about it many, many moons ago. I was like, I love this place. And I went there and I fell in love with it. And I've been there a couple times. And I just was like, for Valentine's Day, we're going to go and we're going to spend 3 days at Turtle Bay. And we flew into Honolulu. And the North Shore is like probably about an hour north. So
okay.
I had a car waiting for us, and this young, very tall kid is driving this nice SUV, and he picks us up. His name was James, and I call him James, the over-explaining driver.
Oh, no.
Sweet kid, but he's one of those guys who, like, he had to fill all the silence with facts and factoids about Hawaii and everything we drove by. Like, it was like
right.
And you'll see on your left is the pineapple fields. Yeah, I see that. I see pineapple fields. And on the right is Pearl Harbor. And in 1941, it's like we know what happened in Pearl Harbor.
I've seen the movie.
Yeah.
Thanks, James.
I know Ben Affleck was there, okay? I know Josh Hartnett and Ben Affleck fought over a girl there. But it was funny because he's like one of those guys who, like, it wasn't just Hawaii factoids. It was also like, when you get to the hotel, when you get there and you pull in, you're going to walk to your right. That's where you can check in for your room. And what your room is a room that you're going to sleep in for the days you've booked. And in that room is a bed and a thermostat that you can change the temperature yourself.
In the room will be a bathroom, and there'll be a toilet there. And on that toilet, you can either shit or you can pee, whatever your preference is at that time.
And also, too, like, it's one of those trips where it just shows you how unoriginal Hawaii is by naming things. It's like, on your right is Rock Pile Beach. You look off, there's a beach with a rock pile on it.
Yeah.
They call this one Baby Beach. You go by and it's just a bunch of little kids running around. And over to your left is Waves and Sand Beach, It's like, got it. Cool. Very inventive, very innovative terminology Hawaii was coming up with the names of these beaches.
That's nice, though. I mean, I'm sure he, is trying to make people feel welcome there.
Oh, no, the sweetest kid in the world.
I would rather people be like that and try to be informative and nice than, be a douche. Be like, here's your room.
There's a bottle of water in the back.
Well, I hope you tip James well for all that information.
Well. I did tip James well because I didn't know what a toilet was before him.
I was shitting in the sink the whole time.
I just thought you shit off the balcony. That's what I've done in every other hotel.
Just hear an older man's voice down below. What the hell?
It's like,
what the freak?
So what'd you guys do? Did you do any excursions?
Well, my whole thing was I didn't want to do much. I was like, the resort is, it's got a beach, it's got pools, it's got bars, it's got restaurants. Let's just stay here.
That's all you need.
I don't want an itinerary. I don't want to be on a bus. I don't want some tour guide telling me everything. James was enough. He told me that Rock Pile Beach was called Rock Pile Beach, and that was enough for me. So we got there, and I had the room made up for Valentine's Day with rose petals and roses and balloons.
Yeah.
That was going to be my big surprise. And so we got there early, and, like a lot of hotels won't check you in till like 3:00. We got there at noon. And so I had arranged to get an early check-in beforehand because I didn't want to wait around.
Yeah.
And so, I went to the front desk and I'm like, everything's ready, right? Everything's ready. Wink, wink, the room's made up with all the stuff. And she's like, yep, it's all ready. I'm like, all right, let's go. And
you're like, James told us that our room will be ready.
James told us there's a toilet. We're going up to the room, I'm all excited, and we're getting closer to the room number. And I see that the door's open.
Oh, boy.
And like one of the housekeepers comes out and she sees us and she's like, oh, ho, 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 ho. And she starts to like make this face like she was caught or something. Like they just weren't done setting it up.
Oh, boy.
And I was like, ay, ay, ay.
So what'd you guys do? Did you go back down to the lobby?
No. I mean, she was just leaving.
Oh, okay.
But it was still nice. Amelia saw the rose petals and all the flowers and all this stuff. And, she's like, this is so beautiful. And oh my God. And I'm sitting there going, where's the champagne and the chocolate covered strawberries? Nowhere to be found.
What if James came out with the champagne and strawberries? He's like, a threesome is when 3 individuals engage in sexual activity with each other.
We could have a threesome right on Seashell Beach.
And I would very much like to be a part of that.
Yes, James got a big tip that day.
So did you get your champagne and chocolate? Isn't that the worst, though, when you try to plan something out like perfectly and you go through all the motions and try to cross all your T's and dot all your I's, and it's like something
it's just
still is
haphazard.
amiss. Right.
It's just haphazard. I mean, it was fine. The gesture was seen. She appreciated it, but it was just like, come on, guys. There's nothing more awkward than to be like, Happy Valentine's Day, and now I got to go back downstairs and say, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I did, and we got the champagne and the strawberries, but it's not the point. It's the principle of the thing.
Yeah, I know I'm going to sound like a really old man now, but I feel like nobody can do their job right anymore.
Oh, dude, you're 1,000,000% right.
It's
the whole world's gotten fucking lazy and disorganized.
Yeah, and you don't want to come off as a douche or a dick, but it's like sometimes you have to get to that point just to get what you want and what you're paying for.
Well, that's just it. It's like, listen, this is not rocket science. I'm not like I asked them to have a fucking,
mariachi band.
Right, exactly.
La cucaracha, la cucaracha.
We're in Hawaii. God, can you imagine what that would have been if they set that one up?
I know. If you asked for that in Hawaii.
Fucking mariachi guys taking a dump in the bathroom when you get up there. Are you taking a dump in there?
I don't think. Like, why is he questioning it? The guy inside doing it.
Like, it's like he's trying to cover
Why
it
is he doubting? Why is he doubting himself?
He doesn't think he is. Oh, but anyway.
Oh, man.
So there was that debacle. And then they have this nice, like, kind of like hotel beach there where it's like this little bay, little turtle bay. It's like not big, but it's like a beach where the hotel guests go and they can swim and stuff. We're like, let's go in the water. We're excited. Let's go in the water and swim around a little bit. Now, the only thing about this bay is like, it's not just sandy. It's a little rocky on the floor.
Okay.
You're kind of watching where you step while you're out in the ocean. You try not to walk around too much. We're having a great time. We're laughing. We're in the water. We're swimming. It's great. All of the fucking sudden, I stepped in a certain place, and I fucking kid you not, for 2 seconds, I felt in my foot the most intense fucking pain I've ever felt.
Oh, no. What'd you step on?
I stepped on something, and I didn't know what it was, but I was like... for like
shit.
2 seconds, I was like, what the fuck just happened? I was like, I stepped on something. Oh, God. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Blood? Bleeding?
Well, I'm like, let's swim back. Let's swim back to the shore. And Amelia's helping me swim back to the shore. And like, I get onto the sand and I pull up my foot and there's 8 fucking little holes that are bleeding on my foot with black spikes in them.
Oh, no.
Holiday Road.
Yeah, seriously.
So she calls over one of the people who works at the hotel, and the woman comes over and she's like, "Oh, he stepped on a sea urchin." I'm like, "Great, awesome." And she's like, "Oh yeah, it happened like 5 times today already." I'm like, "What?"
What?
I was like, "Okay," and like I got entrance and exit wounds in parts of my foot. Like,
Right.
I don't know if you ever seen what a sea urchin looks like.
Yeah.
Just a spiky
Spikes.
ball.
Yeah.
And so I've got
It's
all
like
these
one of those
spikes
things
now.
from Super Mario Brothers with all the spikes on it. So
Yeah, that's exactly what it was. And it was in my foot.
yeah, you're like, Mamma Mia.
Yeah. Woohoo! Let's go.
Home because I had enough of Hawaii.
Exactly. They're fucking 1 hour and I got spikes through my foot. And so I'm
Jesus.
laying there, and I have to say, when I got out of the water, I was so relieved because for, like I said, a half second, the pain was like mind numbing, when you don't know what happened.
Yeah.
I thought what I was going to pull out was like half a foot, but it was just all these little spikes in there. And so, poor Amelia had to help me get back up to the room. And she's like asking, she's such a saint. She's like asking every hotel staff, like, how do we fix this? Da, da, da. Is there a doctor on the...
There should be a nurse or something.
Yeah, you would think. The hotel was like, just put it in, white vinegar and that will help break up the spikes.
Oh,
We're like, okay.
God.
All right. Okay. So let's get us some white vinegar. Oh, we can't do that. It's a liability.
Oh,
like,
are you
what?
serious?
What?
You guys serve booze in like 19 different bars. Like, isn't that more of a liability than a little bit of white vinegar?
Isn't having spiky sea urchins in your bay a
liability?
liability?
Right, exactly. And so it was a whole thing. I'm sitting up in the hotel room and Amelia goes downstairs and she put the fear of God into this one staffer named Tanner. Of course, his name was Tanner.
Yeah.
And she's like, you need to get us white vinegar and bring it up to the room. And I guess she scared the fuck out of him because sure enough, white vinegar showed up.
Yeah.
But the other thing was she's like, is there a doctor or nurse who works at the hotel? And they're like, no, you're going to have to go to urgent care. And they're like, all right, where's urgent care? They're like, you have to take a bus.
Oh, God, fuck that.
Yeah. So cut to poor Amelia in the hotel bathroom helping me surgically remove spikes out of my foot with tweezers.
Jesus.
I'm just sitting there. Like, I was like, very like, no, just let me do it, please. Don't look, stay away. And to her credit, she's like, no, I'm helping you with this. So I thought that was very sweet.
Right.
And
but still, like, I would be, you got to disinfect all that shit and, make sure that.
Yeah, of course. But the vinegar helped. The tweezing out the spikes helped. And by that night, I was dancing on the dance floor. So,
all right, good. So it wasn't like a lasting pain throughout the whole weekend.
Well, I don't know. I don't know about you, but like I wasn't about to ruin this trip because of that. No. So I was like, I'm going to just, it's fine. It's all good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be a little bitch. I was right when it happened and then I stopped.
You're like, it hurts. Why did we come here?
Yeah.
And they forgot the champagne and chocolate.
James told us about Rockpile Beach.
It like all comes back to you.
James said this would be fun.
I'm sorry that happened to you, but I'm happy that you're able to prevail and enjoy the rest of the weekend.
The thing about Turtle Bay is I always loved it because it was always very scarce and it was kind of like this hidden gem on the North Shore. But since I was there last, it's been bought out by the Ritz-Carlton.
All right.
And it was 8 times more crowded than it ever was when I was there before. And it had what I love, kids everywhere. And it was just like, I don't know, like the beaches were a lot more crowded than I ever remember them.
Really?
And let me ask you this. I don't know about you, but I've got a very big pet peeve on the beach. And what that is why do people feel the need to play their own music on the beach?
Yeah, that could get a little annoying. Sometimes I actually do find it enjoyable when they're playing good music that I like.
Well, that's the thing. Okay, you hit on something here because back in the day, growing up, sure, if someone had like a boom box with good quality audio, maybe it wasn't the end of the world.
Right.
But when you had this guy who we ended up calling DJ Lo-Fi, on the beach who was right in front of us with his little transistor ass iPhone playing fucking like shit like this
Right.
for hours.
Muffled. Yeah.
All muffled and sounded like it was in a fucking tin can. It was like,
Right.
there's other people here, DJ Lo-Fi.
Yeah, I agree. I hate when they're like blasting it and when it doesn't. Like, I like a modest volume. And like I said, if the music's good, I'm okay with it. But when it's like fucking blasting and when there's like 5 different radios going off at the same time and all you hear is just like noise, white noise, it could be really annoying.
Behind us was a restaurant bar that had their own music, so it was competing. We're
So
like,
there you go.
in the midst of when 2 songs are playing, it's the worst.
Yeah.
It was like, hey, DJ Lo-Fi, can you fucking can it, please?
Right.
And DJ Lo-Fi had a weird scene going on, man. He was like with an older woman and a younger girl and her boyfriend, and I was like, all right, he's the dad. DJ Lo-Fi's the dad, and the younger girl's his daughter with her boyfriend, and the older woman is his wife.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. He had a whole scene going on because he was a little bit too close with the daughter and he was a little too standoffish with who looked like would be his wife. And like, then the boyfriend would leave and DJ Lo-Fi would be like sitting like way too close to the daughter. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
DJ Pedfi.
Whoa.
Wow. I mean, I said it before and I'll say it again. You are the Clark Griswold of Rico and the Man.
I know, and I didn't even get to the seal that I tried to save.
Oh boy.
Who turned out just likes to rob tourists.
What?
So
what's going on over there at Turtle Bay?
We went on a beach walk on the rocky beach. We were just walking and we saw a seal who looked like he'd been washed up and he was like kind of trapped. We didn't know what was wrong with him. And, he's just laying there and he like looked like he didn't know where to go. Like he couldn't get back to the water. And I'm like, I'm going to save this seal. And she's like, do not go near the seal. I got close to the seal.
Fucking crocodile hunter over here.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm not going to touch the seal, but I want him to get back in the water. I'm worried about him. So we're like walking around him and this and that and kind of getting close to the water. And then all of a sudden a wave comes and knocks both of us into the rocks. And both Amelia and I got all banged up, all scratched up. My $350 Ray-Bans went off into the ocean, and her Stanford nerd hat also went off to the ocean. And then the seal got in the water and was like, bye. So that
Suckers!
seal is swimming around with fucking Ray-Bans and a Stanford hat, showing off to all his seal friends.
What if the seal kidnapped Amelia and brought her into sea?
I would have been like...
Now I take your woman. Vacation, all he ever wanted. Vacation, have a good day, yeah.
So we had all these adventures in Hawaii with the sea urchins and the seal and how the hotel staff like completely fucked up the whole thing with my foot and the vinegar and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Get this. You're not going to believe this, Pete. This is just another one of the billion reasons that I love Amelia. So Amelia has a background in law. She went to very prestigious schools for law. She is a lawyer.
Wow.
She was so unsatisfied with how the hotel handled the sea urchin controversy.
Yeah.
That she went on a crusade to try and get them to make it right, to get the Ritz-Carlton to make it right. And guess what, Pete?
What's that?
She sent them a letter that was, reading it, I was like so turned on. Like she was just like, this is how it was handled. And, at the hotel level, you guys failed my boyfriend and you did not do this. You did not do that. I don't want to get into the legal jargon of it all because I don't want to get sued later. But
Right.
Long story short, I have been refunded the entire amount of my stay in Hawaii.
What?
Yes.
That is crazy.
Yes.
Wow.
Amelia, over the last few weeks, has been in touch with the Turtle Bay Ritz-Carlton Resort and has been going back and forth. and she pulled out the big guns, man. She sent them a letter. She went back and forth. She got other people involved at the corporate level. And I literally went to Hawaii Turtle Bay for free.
Wow, you owe her big time, my friend.
Do owe her big time.
You owe her another Hawaiian vacation at Turtle Bay Resort.
No, we're not going back there. No more of that. No, we're not. We're gonna go somewhere better next time. But I mean, can you believe that? Isn't that wild?
Yeah, usually they'll give you like maybe something for a future visit. Like if you come back, we'll
No, it was a full fucking refund.
But the fact that they refunded, yeah, that's like unheard of.
She went back and forth with them a couple times, and like I was like, no, let's take the deal. She's like, no, I don't think so. No, full refund. And I'm like, God damn, man. Like it was so hot. I was like, and I don't want to be that guy who's just like behind the girl being like, yeah, fuck you, Turtle Bay. But I'm just
get
like
him, honey.
Yeah, like I'm just a caveman. Like I wouldn't be able to articulate what they did wrong. I'd just be like, fire bad, or sea urchin bad, foot hurts, pain at you.
Shaking your fist.
Right, exactly. And she was able to just articulate in the best way, like everything they did wrong, to the point where they gave us an entirely full refund. And I'm like,
wow.
I was like,
whoa.
Well, good for you. I mean, hey, sometimes
good for her. Good for her.
Both of you.
She's the hero of the story.
Sometimes it pays to,
get stabbed in the foot.
Fight the man. To fight the man. What if the hotel was like, all right. We'll throw in James as your personal driver for a week.
Yeah, right. Gee, thanks. And on your left is Waves Beach. Thank you.
Yeah, but put that money towards another vacation. Maybe Europe, Germany, Italy. Anything that sounds like E. Australia E.
Mexico E.
Japan E.
The Cayman Islands E.
Afghanistan.
Oh, no, too soon. Too soon.
I think it's always going to be too soon with that country.
It's always going to be too soon for Afghanistan. No one wants to go there.
Too soon and too late.
No, but anyway, so that was my great Hawaii adventure, and Amelia coming in clutch. I am going to have to pay her back. I can't pay her back in money, but I can.
Pay her back in orgasms.
Can't do that either. Anyway, moving on.
Did you see Tracy Morgan got sick at the Knicks game?
Yeah, what the fuck was that? Food poisoning, unquote?
They said food poisoning, but my God, he didn't look good. You know what? He really didn't look good on the SNL 50th either. I feel like he's too overweight and he just looks very tired. There was like bags under his eyes and shit, but yeah, and then his nose was bleeding and everything at the game.
Yeah, that doesn't happen from food poisoning. I've had it, and your nose doesn't bleed. You throw up, but your nose doesn't bleed. So I think it's a very weird thing. But the thing about Tracy Morgan, sadly, is that he hasn't really seemed right since that accident.
No.
Since that big, car accident that happened. Yeah. Like, he's always seemed a little off ever since. And I feel bad.
It's sad. I love him, and I hope I hope he's okay. I don't want to see anything bad happen to him because I love him, but yeah, he you're right. He hasn't seemed right, and he didn't look good at the SNL 50th, and he's just, I don't know. Hopefully he's all right.
He says he's okay. I saw the picture of him in the hospital, and he's all like, "Go Knicks." I'm going to get those Knicks pregnant.
Yeah. You think it was alcohol, though, or you think it was something else?
You always bleed from your nose with food poisoning. I have no idea. I really don't know.
Cocaine?
Cocaine? It could be cocaine.
I don't want to spread that rumor.
Yeah, not on the show like this. I mean, we have a lot of responsibility.
I know.
We have a lot of responsibility to report accurate news.
I don't want to
fair and balanced.
I don't want to lead our audience into a uncouth area.
I saw that Rico and the man was saying I was on cocaine.
I'm gonna sue their ass.
Podcast with tens of listeners gets sued by Tracy Morgan Frederick Slack speaks out.
What was that about?
That's his only quote.
That's it. Frederick, what do you think about the allegations against Rico and the Man by Tracy Morgan?
What was that about?
Thank you, Frederick. Frederick, do you have a defense for Rico and the Man?
Theater of the mind.
Gotcha. But anyway, so we've been very vocal over the years on Rico and the Man by our dislike and complete over it mentality when it comes to Alec Baldwin and Hilaria Baldwin.
Oh, yes.
And it brought me great joy to see that their perfect little life on the red carpet, them talking about their reality show on TLC, seems like their perfect little life is starting to show cracks. Did you see this? Did you see this clip?
Mm-hmm. I did. Apparently,
she was trying to do an interview and he kept interjecting and she got very aggravated with him. And you love to see it. Yeah. You love to see, because all they do on Instagram and their reality show, it's like, we have the best life ever and we're so in love and we have 98 kids. And so like you get to see it for 2 seconds, what's really going on.
Yeah.
And I have a few clips here. This is the first clip of her trying to answer a interviewer's question, and she just gets a little annoyed with Alec.
Oh my God, you're distracting me right now.
Sorry.
Like now you're just doing that. Why? Why are you distracting me?
I'm just captivated
you're just distracting me. No, but beautiful. Oh my God, stop! You're annoying me. Stop! It's not cute. No, he's distracting me. I'm gonna walk out of this interview.
Listen, I need the motherhood notes. You are doing amazing.
No, okay, go back. Let me go back.
She sounds so annoying.
She's fucking, I don't know if you saw the reality show, but she is fucking annoying. Like her voice is annoying and just the way she tries to, paint this perfect picture, and she never gets, annoyed with her kids or anything. It's just it's so phony and it's so fake, and I just can't stand her.
And if that wasn't bad enough, then he talks over her.
I think we're gonna see, we're gonna see how it feels to have it be out there.
It's gonna be great. You're a winner.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Sorry.
No, when I'm talking, you're not talking. This is why, yes, we'll have to just cut him out of the show.
My God.
It's like, honey, you're not the main character in this story. Okay? You'd be nowhere if you weren't married to him.
Right. And that's the sad part. Like, as much as we all dislike him, she would be literally zero without the Baldwin name. And the way she's talking to him, and I kind of love it because you can just tell he's a beaten man.
Yeah. Well, yeah, even in the reality show, you could tell he's just fucking beaten.
Did you watch the show?
I watched a couple episodes, but yeah, it's pretty sad. And it's just like, I like Alec Baldwin. He's a good actor. He's been in a lot of great stuff. Like, why is he subjecting himself to this?
I'm pretty sure in an episode of this show, Pete, you were hoping he was next on the Bobby Whitecan archives.
That was in jest. I don't wish ill upon anyone. But yeah, I mean, it's just like, I feel like it's just so beneath him to do this. I don't know. What do you think? Did you watch the show at all?
No, I didn't watch the show. I couldn't bring myself to watch the show. I just think it's a cash grab for him and for her, and also a way to reframe the fact that he shot somebody on a set.
Yeah, but I don't think that's the way. Maybe the money thing, but I don't think this is the way to go for,
Well, we've talked a lot about how, after that happened, it was like the best thing for you to do is go away.
Yeah.
And they did the opposite. They doubled down.
No way that this marriage is going to last, though.
You think so?
Oh, no way.
I mean, after that red carpet, I'm like, ooh, trouble in paradise?
You could see it even on the reality show. It's all just you could tell they're kind of just overdoing it with the lovey-dovey shit. And it doesn't feel genuine at all.
Well, all I know is that we have a brand new drop on Rico and the Man. Anytime that you're talking when I'm supposed to be talking, I'm going to hit.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Oh, God. Such an annoying voice.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
No one would give a shit about all her stupid lifestyle tips and social pages if she wasn't fucking Alec Baldwin. So just be appreciative, honey.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
That's going to get old real fast.
Yeah, I know. I'm already over it. My least favorite drop ever.
And now, Pete's least favorite drops.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
We're just going to do that the next time Paul Snyder is on.
I like Schroeder.
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
But anyway, I just wanted to talk about the Baldwins real quick.
Yeah, try to give it a watch just so you can kind of see how annoying it is.
I will.
And I don't know. I know they have like help with nannies or anything, but I don't know how he. I mean, he definitely has anxiety, but the both of them with like all those kids, I would like go crazy. It's just like constant noise and constant kids screaming, and it's just like they're crying. It's just like they're all over the place. I would go crazy. Which I think he is.
I think that happened a long time ago. Apparently, he's just a complete dick, though. Like, everything I've heard, he's just a complete asshole.
Yeah, like, I can understand, like, he gets annoyed at the paparazzi or whatever. But, like, remember a few years ago, he didn't want to turn off his phone because he was playing a game or something like that. And there was, like, this whole thing when he was on a plane, like, and they're about to take off, and he refused to turn off his phone.
Yes. Well, let's not forget the voicemails he left for his daughter, calling her a little pig.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yep, that too.
I believe we have a clip of that. No, we don't? Okay.
But we'll find it.
Alan.
Maybe.
No,
Right,
no, it's all, you stay seated.
Go back to sleep, Alan.
Go back to sleep, buddy.
You need to rest.
Oh, what do you have to say, Alan?
Oh my God, when I'm talking, you're not talking.
Almost got Alan on the show for a second, but Hilaria shut him down. But anyway, I've been really, 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 really bugged by this whole controversy surrounding Gene Hackman's death.
Yeah, and there's still shit coming out about it.
He died in February at the age of 95 in Santa Fe, New Mexico, but apparently, like, he was dead for a while before they found them.
Yeah.
Like him and his wife. It's so weird. Yeah. It's such a weird
And the
story.
dog. Yeah.
And the dog.
Yeah.
And there's all these conflicting reports about when each of them died. Like the phone records revealed that his wife had made calls to like a medical clinic.
Right. Like they thought she died on whatever specific date, but then they find out that she actually called like a medical clinic, several calls to a medical clinic, like the day after they thought she died, or a couple days after that, they thought that the day she died. And it makes me wonder now, why was she calling the medical people so much? You know what I mean? Like, what's the story with that? What was said when she called?
What was the story with that? What was the story with the dog? I do know that they had 3 dogs, and one of them was in a crate, and apparently they died of dehydration and starvation. It was because the dog had surgery. Basically, after surgery, she was being crated, and then the wife died, and so the dog, which is a terrible story, my God, like, you know.
This whole everything's terrible about this story. There's not one, because he had dementia, apparently. So.
Yes.
And it just makes you wonder, like, how long was he in the house by himself, like, you know, wandering around? And his one daughter said after he died, like, my father was in good health, like, no, he wasn't. Obviously not. If he had advanced dementia.
Yeah, he was. They say his death was cardiac issues, hypertension, Alzheimer's. Like, yeah, I think, and he was 95 too. Let's not forget, he wasn't. Right. You know, like it wasn't like, oh my God.
And even the way that the wife died was from a disease that you get from rodents,
or hantavirus, whatever you want to call it, but it's from rodents.
Rodents.
It's fucking Willard going on in fucking Santa Fe at Gene Hackman's house.
Yeah, it's very sad, but he was definitely one of the greats. That was a big one to lose.
Yeah, you know what was so crazy? What's so crazy is that I introduced Amelia. Do you remember Amelia?
I do.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. We the night before we watched Superman the movie.
You guys killed him.
Whoa.
Whoa. Oh no.
Oh dear.
What?
You killed Gene Hackman.
No. That was just
Theater of the mind.
no. No, we watched Superman the movie the night before this all happened. She had never seen it, and I was like, "It's one of my favorites." You know,
That's pretty ironic.
And she was like, "It's okay," but she, like we watched it that night, and the next day, she was the one who texted me and said that Gene Hackman died, and I was like, "What?
Wait a minute.
That's crazy.
Right?
Yeah. And can you please tell her that I'm the one that texts you about celebrity deaths, so she should just kind of step aside.
Yeah, that's true. Pete is the one. Pete is the one who texts me about celebrity deaths. So I think what Pete is saying is step off, as the kids say.
Rob belongs to me when there's a celebrity death. Does she do the one-word clue, or does she do it the boring way by coming right out and telling you that Gene Hackman died?
No, she just wrote Hackman ! Which was a callback to a South Park episode about Christopher Reeve and Gene Hackman.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a whole thing.
I love there's a few Gene Hackman movies that I'd like to eventually see. French Connection is one of them.
You never seen French Connection?
No. Have you seen it?
Of course.
What are your thoughts?
It's one of the best car chase for the time. One of the best car chases.
So it still holds up?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The movie as a whole, I mean.
The movie as a whole is fantastic. It's really good. They should have never made a French Connection 2. But it does a lot of really cool shit. Very 70s cool shit. With the camera and how they tell the story. It's very innovative. It's a very good movie. I would put that on your I would put that on the top of your list.
Yeah, I got to see that. That was a big one for him. And I know he won the Academy Award for it.
Well, it's very interesting because few fun facts about Gene Hackman. While he was attending the Pasadena Playhouse, he and fellow aspiring actor Dustin Hoffman were voted least likely to succeed. Considering, they both became...
That's ironic.
Yeah, I know. And he received very low scores at the Pasadena Playhouse. But before that, he was in the Marine Corps. Mm-hmm. And he joined the Marine Corps at 16 because he lied about his age.
Oh, wow.
And he served in China before the communist takeover.
China.
He served in China. He served in vagina. But yeah, he didn't actually start even pursuing acting until he was 25.
Yeah, he was kind of a late bloomer, if you want to call that late bloomer. But
what's so crazy is what made him want to get into acting was seeing Marlon Brando in A Streetcar Named Desire. And then, of course, a million years later, he's in Superman with Marlon Brando.
Ah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I feel like Brando was a huge influence to that whole generation.
I know. Everyone wanted to be Marlon Brando in that era.
At that time, yeah.
Yeah. And then nobody wanted to be Marlon Brando.
Yeah. And then by the late 70s, early 80s, they're like, all right.
Gene Hackman's favorite performance was in a movie called Scarecrow with Al Pacino, 1973. I've never even heard of this movie.
I've heard of it, but I never saw it.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah. Poseidon Adventure.
Oh,
my God, that's one of my favorites.
So sad that Poseidon Adventure is one of the best ever movies.
Right.
I mean, it's got, a stacked cast, but he's the leader of the cast, and he's so good. It's got Ernest Borgnine.
Danny boy!
And a bunch of other people. But what I heard the word on the street was that I think it was Ben Stiller or somebody very weird who talked to Gene Hackman and was like, I loved you in the Poseidon Adventure. And Gene Hackman said, money job.
Yeah.
Was that the story?
It was when they were filming the Royal Tenenbaums, because Ben Stiller was in that with him. And he finally mustered up the courage to go over and tell him how much, the Poseidon Adventure meant to him. He just says, money job. I mean, it's funny, but geez, it must have been
it's just so crazy. It's you're acting your ass off and you think this is important. And apparently you're like, I need a paycheck.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like, it was a disaster movie and an action adventure movie, but there were some really good performances in that movie, and obviously him was among them. Reverend Scott,
By the way, who did the music for Poseidon Adventure, Pete? Who did it?
John Williams.
I'm trying to think of something gross.
I banged Shelley Winters underneath the water to get her prepared for her underwater death.
The scene where she's having a heart attack, I'm actually inside of her.
Me and Ernest Borgnine gave Shelley Winters the Eiffel Tower. And that's what inspired me to go to Paris that summer.
Shelley Winters' enormous backside was the inspiration for Yoda's theme.
Shelley Winters gave me a Blumpkin while Hackman watched. Just said money job.
Gene Hackman said it was a money job. I considered it a money shot.
He said money job. I said blow job.
I said blow job, hand job, and rim job.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Oh, what were we talking about? Gene Hackman.
Again, quite the eulogy we're giving to the dearly departed.
Yes. Well, listen, Pete. He was an amazing actor. I loved him since I was a little kid. I mean, Lex Luthor and Superman. Loved him. He won the Academy Award, as you said, for French Connection. He also won Best Supporting Actor for Unforgiven. Ooh.
Yes.
Have you seen Unforgiven?
It's been a while, but yes, I gotta go back and revisit that movie too.
Yeah, he was so good. And what do we always do on this show, Pete? What do we always do when an actor passes away?
I think we dive deep into the Bobby Wygant archives.
Yes, we do. And of course, Bobby Wygant interviewed Gene Hackman like 6 times. And
Jesus.
Yeah, she interviewed Gene Hackman quite a bit. The problem is Gene Hackman was such a pro and such a, serious guy that most of the clips are not that interesting.
Yeah.
But I do have a handful of clips. And in this first clip, Bobby is interviewing Hackman for a movie called Narrow Margin. Never heard of it.
Nope.
But she also mentions Postcards from the Edge.
Okay.
And this interview is actually the source of one of our favorite drops on Rico and the Man.
Oh, boy.
Yes, so have a listen.
Well, Gene Hackman, as I sit here looking at you, you look so well and so healthy. I hope you feel as good as you look.
Yeah, I do. I feel great. I had a little scare, 6 weeks ago or so, and I'm starting to take care of myself a little more and trying to rest and not get myself in stressful situations.
Staying off the tops of trains, are you?
Yeah, we had fun, though. We had a lot of fun doing that film.
Of course, we're talking about Narrow Margin.
Narrow Margin.
But then you are also in Postcards from the Edge and playing a film director. Now, did you model him after anybody you know?
Well, a friend of mine, Dick Donner, who is has a big voice.
I know Dick very well.
And he's a kind of a wonderful character. And I like the way he directs because he's a very sensitive guy, and yet he's very strong. He gets what he wants.
Donner did the first Superman.
Yes, he did. Yeah.
Didn't do the second. A little legal trouble there. Anyway.
So if you go back to our archives, you will remember that we played that very early on when we first discovered Bobby Wygant. But of course, that brought us.
I know Dick very well.
Yeah, that's a classic.
It's a classic. And I didn't even remember that she was talking to the Gene Hackman when she said,
I know Dick very well.
Yeah.
But that clip has stood the test of time here on the show.
As will Gene Hackman.
I know Dick very well. Yeah.
But I have one more clip for you of Bobby talking to Gene about a movie called Twice in a Lifetime. Another movie I've never heard of.
He was in a lot of movies.
He was in a lot of movies, but she brings up a sore subject for him.
As she usually does.
As she always does. And she's kind of blindsided by a revelation from him.
You've been a busy fellow this year because you have another picture.
Yes.
A picture called Twice in a Lifetime. And all I know about it, Gene, is that the subject matter is divorce. Is there anything about this divorce story that makes it different?
Well, it isn't that it's so different. It's that we had such terrific actors and a kind of a sense of really being in middle America, for a lack of a better word, although we shot it in Seattle. But it has a sense of the kind of American who is struggling now in terms of the factory worker, that kind of just barely making ends meet, and a life of that's somewhat dwindling and becoming less interested in each other.
Is the subject of divorce anything that you've ever experienced in your family or anything like that you could relate to?
Yeah. Just last week, actually. No, I'm going through a divorce myself.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that.
I didn't mean to tweet about it, but my mother and father were divorced also. And it's a painful experience, and probably more so for the children than it is for the parents, actually.
Was your own situation going on at the time you were making the film?
It actually was.
My gosh, Gene, what was that like?
Well, it was painful, and Bud Yorkin, the producer-director of the film, was going through the same thing also. And it's probably what attracted him to the piece to begin with. And so we were able to get a lot of our own emotion into the film, that things were happening at the time that seemed to be very valid.
Well, if the movie turned out, the story turns out happy, I hope that your life turns out happy as well.
Well, it's a bittersweet ending. So I don't think it can be happy. It has to be, life goes on.
Indeed.
Bobby always doing her research.
Well, here's what I wanted to ask you. Do you think she knew that and she was trying to trick him and get something out of him to talk about it?
Knowing Bobby, probably.
Do you think she really didn't know about it?
I don't know. I have no idea. But I just thought that was funny that she was like, have you ever dealt with divorce? And he's like, yeah, last week.
Yeah. That's why I feel like it was kind of like,
gotcha.
Gotcha question. But who knows? Maybe she just didn't know.
Gene Hackman, 95.
Hey, it's a long life.
It's a long life.
But he will be missed.
You will be missed. And one of my favorites, which I didn't mention, one of my favorites of all time is Hoosiers. You ever seen Hoosiers?
Hoosiers. No, I never saw that one too. That was the other one that I wanted to see of his. I love the soundtrack to it though. Yeah, French Connection and Hoosiers. For anybody listening, watch those two movies and you'll see the genius of Gene Hackman. Do it. Do it. Watch Gene Hackman. Watch Gene Hackman, will ya? He ain't no hack. When I was in school, anytime a kid had like a coughing fit, I'd be like, Gene Hackman over here. And you were in first grade. Yep. And people were like, who's Gene Hackman? Yeah. I was a weird kid. Well, you and me both, brother. But we somehow found each other years later. Yes, we did. And we fell in love. Oh, dear. He's losing it. Oh, man. I just like the idea of someone eavesdropping on us when we're talking. Oh, dear. Thanks for listening to Rico and the Man. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at Rico and the Man and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you love the show, be sure to leave a review on Apple Podcasts. And if you hate the show, fuck you.
For more Rico and the Man action, go to ricoandtheman.com.